Hey guys, it's Chris. Haven't made a video in a little while. Figured I'd make one really quickly about this pretty cool Seiko that I have. It's SLQ007, the Sportura Kinetic Chronograph. These were made, I believe, in the early 2000s. This specific model, they're currently still being made, I believe, in different iterations. And these were pretty much either you love or hate the look. It's a futuristic look, which is kind of weird. And there's a couple other quirks because it's kinetic. Obviously, if you don't know what a kinetic is, it is a quartz movement that has a rotor, like an automatic movement, which charges a fuel cell, and that fuel cell powers the quartz movement, and that's how you have power to tell time. So you can see it's a really nice movement. It's hand finished, I believe, or hand polished at least, and it's machine finished. And it looks like a nice automatic movement from Seiko. But of course you don't have that sweep second. You have a tick to it, and you can see, just because I haven't worn it in such a long time, it's jumping seconds, and that's indicating that the charge is actually low on the watch. So wearing the watch, you can get up to, I believe, 30 days of power reserve. However, the thing is, if you have a collection and you don't wear the watch for a few days, it goes dead, and then you never really get that charge up to 30 days. And the other thing is, to buy a charger for it, they have different, Seiko makes a charger, it's a kinetic charger. You just put the watch on there and it charges it up, but I mean, all these things are pretty much a pain in the ass. A lot of people use toothbrushes. For some reason, they'll charge this just by placing the back of the watch onto the toothbrush. It'll charge the actual capacitor. So see if I could do the chronograph since it's low on. I'll just show you briefly, and you can see that it's split second, so it flies around pretty quickly. I think it says, you can see the indications there. 100 meters, got a screw down crown. The setup is pretty cool. It's a very cool looking watch. Integrated bracelet and all that, and I'll just give a wristwatch check. It's customary, I believe. So right now I have a Roger Dubuis Monegasque on. It's a automatic in-house Roger Dubuis movement. I don't remember the caliber number, but it's a really beautiful watch. This is in rose gold. I believe the original retail on this was around 30,000, 29 or change, something like that. With really nice alligator strap. Just a beautiful watch. And the dial is supposedly a take on a roulette board, but I'll go through that in another review. Anyway, so I actually just sold this watch, so this is on its way out, and I figured I'd do a quick review. Like I said, some people love it, some people hate it. This one is in decent shape. There's a couple of issues, obviously, with the scratching, but also the hour hand there. There's two actual hands there. There's I believe it's a second time zone and a 12-hour counter, I believe. Again, I'm not 100%, but that's loose, the orange hand. So I sold it as such. But these are actually pretty easy to get repaired. Even Seiko will do it, but there's a bunch of places online that will basically swap out the capacitor for you and do any basic repairs on this, like fixing that hand. For some, will do it for under $100, and you get it back, and the watch will be powered as new. So 42 millimeters across, and I'll throw it on my wrist so you can see it. It's a nice watch. It's a really cool watch. Something that possibly in the future could be a collectible. Like I said, there weren't that many made of this exact, the 007, but they are continuing to make them. These aren't that expensive. You can get them on eBay from anywhere from, $900-$1,100 to, depending on the condition, you can get them up to, $2,000 for this model. And then there's actually a lot more. There are a lot more modern versions where they partnered up with Honda Racing Team, the F1 team, and they did some cool versions, different colors, different case shapes. But the general layout of the chronograph, where you have the hours and minutes at the bottom and the counters at the top, screw down crown, and the functionality has been pretty much the same. This is I think this is a 9R movement. It starts with a 9. I know that, and I know when Seiko starts a movement with the number 9, it's one of their higher quality movements, and this has one of those higher quality Seiko movements. It's not Grand Seiko by any means, as you can see, but as Kinetic goes, I believe this is the top of the line Kinetic version that Seiko offers currently. Well, not this current model, but iterations of this. Yeah, and simple deployment. What's that? The case back is oddly it's 9T82 something. So yeah, the case back is kind of odd. It has, the case design is odd. I mean, it looks like it's modular in some way. Just a quirky watch, fun. Yeah, that's it. If you like this video, if you want to see other videos, I like I said, I have a pretty big collection, and I buy and sell watches constantly, like this watch. And when I get them, I will do reviews, and any information that I have, I will pass on to you guys, and hopefully this will be helpful for people who are looking for maybe this watch or a Roger Dubuis or whatever I might be reviewing. So thanks, and if you like it, like I said, please like and subscribe below. It would be very helpful. Thank you.